Hey everyone, it's Maria here, makeup artist and green beauty expert located in Toronto. So yesterday I had the opportunity to comment on a video, a Get Ready With Me with Ariana Grande for Vogue. I'm going to put the links for that below, and I got to comment on a show here in Toronto, a local show for the channel CHCH, and the show is called Trending Now. And I was not given the questions of the interview before they interviewed me. It was already rolling, and it was being recorded. But what I thought I was going to be interviewed about was completely different than what I was interviewed about. And it was actually refreshing because these are the things that, I love to talk about. And while I'm watching the Ariana Grande interview, I was thinking, oh my goodness, she did this, she did that. Oh, she's putting more stuff on. And I was more, thinking of I was critiquing her technique as a makeup artist, what she applied and how she applied it. But as the interview goes on, you see her just exposing herself a little bit more and talking more about, how makeup and beauty and looking beautiful. We all want to be loved and feel beautiful. These things are kind of all together for her, because that connection between beauty and being popular, attractive, being loved, perhaps, was brought into her world at a very young age. However, the questions were much deeper than that, which I really actually appreciated. I was a little bit nervous answering everything, but it's all about the potential that the beauty industry has. It can be toxic or it can be empowering. It can give us more confidence. So these are the things that I'm going to chat about, and I'm going to get ready today. So this is my first Get Ready With Me. All right, so let's go. Okay, so I've never done a Get Ready With Me. So let's just dig into some of my thoughts, because I think that the interview yesterday really brought up some things that I really want to talk about more. And, one of the first questions he asked me was, how is the beauty industry toxic? And oh my goodness, there's so many different ways I can, talk about this. But, just from a really practical, or I guess safety point of view, when I was first watching the interview with Ariana Grande, I really was shocked that she took her moisturizer and she cut it with the SPF. And, she was talking about wanting her skin to be protected, but it's like, oh my goodness, you just cut the efficacy, or you cut that power of the SPF by diluting it. And it's so interesting that, it doesn't matter if this is Ariana Grande. She just doesn't know. She doesn't know that if you cut the SPF with your moisturizer, you're now reducing the SPF. And I'm just horrified thinking that young girls, or other, young women, are going to watch this and it's like, oh my goodness, this is Ariana Grande on Vogue, Get Ready With Me. And oh, she just did that, so I can mix my moisturizer with the SPF, right? That's okay to do because Ariana Grande did it. The question about how is beauty toxic, it's a very interesting question, and it has so many different layers to it. But as a mother of two young boys, I do have to say that there's, I think, a different side to things that are going to affect them. But for parents, maybe more for boys, like body image, or I don't know, being built, being buff. There's a lot of that out there. What do you have? The six pack, etc. But I think for parents of young girls who are performers, who are on stage, they're constantly nitpicked and criticized for how they look, and expected to look a certain way and be a certain way, and they're comparing themselves with the other little kids, other little girls on stage. And I think that puts the focus on the looks at such a young age. With Ariana Grande, she mentioned that she has had lots of lip fillers and Botox, and she stopped in 2018. I mean, how is that possible? She's so young. That was 5 years ago. So if she stopped in 2018, when was she getting this done? And how old was she? And, the Botox and the procedures and the fillers are now becoming so popular. It's like, I think there's going to be more people who have had it done and tried it than people who haven't. And this is all because, we are expected to kind of all have super full lips. We're expected to to have really long lashes. I mean, that is not such an invasive procedure, but this is kind of, I find in the beauty industry, we're all kind of starting to look the same. The makeup is applied the same way. We are kind of expected to have, these things, the long lashes that everyone is getting now, and injections on our lips because everybody wants the fuller lips. And those are the more invasive procedures. But also, if you think about makeup, the lip technique, as a makeup artist, I am, always shocked to see that how many people apply lipstick and they just completely skip the cupid's bow. Like, no one shaves this out anymore. Everybody just like rounds it up here to make the lips, I guess, look fuller, poutier, and and the makeup, like the colors, the shades, things like that. It's all starting to look the same. This is like the trend. When people are talking about us in the future, they're going to be like, oh, what was the trend of the 2020 and beyond? So anyways, it's just interesting to see, and the emotion that kind of comes with that. And just because she is famous and it's Ariana Grande, it doesn't mean that she's still she's still human. She still has emotions, and she has carried this kind of expectation of her looks around with her like her whole life. And she did say also that all these procedures that she kind of was participating in, the fillers and the Botox, that and the makeup, a lot of makeup, it is about hiding. And I think when you've been performing and changing characters from a young age, it is about hiding behind your character. So I really hope that a lot of us can actually see beauty from a more positive light. There's so many things to consider when you think about how beauty is toxic. I mean, from the products that are put out there, the expectation that you should be using 20 and not 5 ingredients. That's a whole different thing. You can check my last video that I did on that. But it's just toxic because you are expected to look a certain way, to have these things on, to wear the makeup. And I say, if you don't like how it makes you feel, if you don't want to do it, don't do it for anybody else. Do it for you. Do it because you like it. When I put myself into makeup school, I took a break from university. I was doing something else, and I kind of just I really wanted to do something with my hands. This was kind of like my artistic ability calling out. And this is kind of how I got into it. And it's because I really wanted it. I was really craving it. So I say for the makeup, do not wear it for anybody else, and teach your daughters and your sons who want to wear makeup or go into that field not to do it for anyone else, to not wear it for anyone else. You're going to wear it because oh, it just makes my eyes look really pretty. I love how it just like brings out the color of my eyes. I love how it makes me feel. I love how it makes my lips feel, etc. And I think that's what it should be about. I would love to hear your thoughts. There are so many different ways that can make you feel good, can have such a positive effect, can also be toxic. I think that as women, we nitpick over how we look. Well, my lips are not full enough, so time for some filler. I want them to be fuller. And it's like, listen, that's what's going to make you feel good about yourself. I mean, there's so many different things that we can do in a day that will make us feel good about ourselves. And it shifts the focus on, this. This is only what makes us feel good about ourselves. I think perhaps maybe we need to dig a little bit deeper. It's such a massive topic. The other question they asked me was that how does the beauty industry have the potential to empower and boost confidence? And this is definitely an area that it can be like the main player. It definitely has the power for that. It has the access to people who are, perhaps needing a bit of a confidence boost. The younger women, younger girls now, they start younger and younger, kind of dabbling with these products and the looks and everything like that, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere on social media. Young girls who love Ariana Grande are gonna go watch this interview on Vogue, and they're gonna go cut their SPF with their moisturizer. Oh my goodness, I'm horrified. But they're also going to hear all the other things that she says. She talked about her hard-earned lines on her face, and that she would be okay with them. But then 2 seconds later, she contradicts herself, saying that would she get a facelift in 10 years? Probably yes. So we really have to see deeper through that. We have to see through to this young girl inside who has been doing this her whole life. And I think where has the beauty industry has a chance to empower is with kind of shifting our self-talk, so we talked about how we feel like our lips should be fuller, that all these things are kind of like, you should have these things, you should look like this, you should have the eyelash extensions. And I think what we need to see from more brands is more the empowerment, that it's okay not to have those lips, it's okay not to have like super long lashes. Like, why do we all need to have that? I don't understand. And you need to focus on other things that you love about yourself, not just the things that you were born with, because with our features, it's like that's what it is. This is what we were born with. We were born with these eyes, we were born with these lips. And then I find that if we focus on that, it's like, well, I didn't have this. It just goes back to the gratefulness about being happy with what you have. Because if you always feel horrible about what you have and you look at your face and you're like, I don't have the full lips, I don't have the long lashes, you're just always going to not be okay with how you look. And I think that's also going to come out in other areas of life. So there's definitely a need to have that promote that positive talk when we look in the mirror. So in the morning, when you look in the mirror, when you wash your face, when you say like good morning to yourself, you need to think how grateful you are for your skin, the fact that it's protecting you, the fact that your face is out there every day doing all the stuff. This is what people see. Be grateful for your lips, your smile. And we do nitpick on things we don't like. Oh yeah, it's like my nose is too long, and my God, I have these like dark circles under my eyes, and everyone has something, but you need to look at the things that you love about yourself. So when you're applying mascara, right? Like, oh, I love my lashes. I love how they feel when I put some mascara on, or how they look. I love how they get dark like this, and it just makes me look more awake. It just makes my eyes pop. There's so many different things that you can say. So I want you to try this. You're going to try this positivity. This is how the beauty industry can be positive, to promote more of this. This is in the, the everyday things that we do, like apply blush or apply lipstick. I want you to pick your feature and the feature you love. And then when you're applying the makeup, you're going to think like all good things. I love my cheekbones. I love how the skin looks and feels here. I love how high they are. I love my big forehead. I like how, I don't know, it makes me look confident or more mature, or whatever it is. You need to find the vocabulary that resonates with you and the words that make you feel good. Find those words and give yourself this self-talk, because we can all apply lipstick in a few minutes. We can all apply our makeup without thinking good things. We can actually have negative things, negative thoughts going through our head when we are applying the makeup, right? And like, I have to do this, I have to look a certain way for this I don't know, meeting or for work, and I this is what I need to look like. And I think that it can be such a beautiful way to have just positive kind of affirmations going in your head at that time, at the time that you're doing it. And when it comes to your lips, I think the lips are a big thing. Put something on that you love. You love the color of it. I don't know, you love the smell of it, the texture. And again, highlight your lips in a way that it looks good for your shape. I think that if it's not done right, it does look fake. If it makes you feel good, that's great, but you need to think to yourself, why do my lips have to be this big or this full for me to feel good? And really, you're gonna come to the conclusion that it is what's promoted out there. It is what the beauty industry is promoting. And oh my goodness, not everyone has the same lips. So think positive things. This is your smile. This is one of the most charming things on our faces, you know. We nitpick away the different parts. When someone sees you, though, they're looking at the overall picture. No one is going to be like, oh yeah, you know, you have a long nose. Yeah, Maria has a super long nose. I know, I do. That's how it is, okay? And I don't think about it very much unless I'm doing a video like this where I kind of have to, like, I don't know, point it out, or my forehead. But like, listen, you're getting the overall picture here. This is who I am, and you have a unique look that is only you. There's no one else that exists that has, you know, this look, the lips, the eyes, you know, unless you're an identical twin. But what I'm trying to say here is I want you to practice thinking this way. I love my lips. I love my smile. My lips allow me to smile, and I smile, you know, to myself. I smile when I'm happy or I'm thinking certain thoughts. Okay, I'm gonna put this lip oil because it's so creamy and it makes my lips feel amazing. And I love the shine, and I love how it reflects the light and how it makes my lips feel. I would love it if you shared what you would say to yourself down below. These are, you know, some of my thoughts. So my face is put together now. I have I need a haircut, so I'm gonna run to my haircut. But I just wanted to share these thoughts with you. I wanted to share, you know, what the interview made me think about. And I would love to see this more on here on YouTube video, and also people communicating this in the beauty industry. I have seen some of the shifts, some of the, you know, the inclusivity, people, you know, looking a variety of ways. But I still think that as a makeup artist, when I look at the makeup trends and what you're supposed to be doing to your face and what your face is supposed to look like, it's still very rigid in that way. And it sets forth these trends that we think we should follow. And then the trends kind of, you know, become more deeper. Like if you don't have the full lips and the full lips are in, and the top here, the Cupid's bow or whatever it is, what do you do? Right? So think more positive things, appreciate yourself for, you know, everything that you are and you have, and shift your mindset. Stop thinking of the things that you don't like. We all have them, and we could all sit here and like nitpick on the things that we don't like. Stop doing that. Put on your products in a more mindful way. Think positive thoughts. Think how, you know, lovely they make your skin look, your lips, your eyes, etc. The sky's the limit. And go forth in your day thinking these things about yourself. That's where the beauty industry can be powerful. And this is what it needs to promote in women of all ages, and especially our younger generations now that are just bombarded with things that they should do and they shouldn't do through social media, through interviews like Ariana Grande's, and, you know, TikTok and all that stuff. So sometimes I'm just so happy I didn't grow up right now. And the 80s were just a little bit more easygoing with that. All right, so I'm sending you all my love. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and what you would say to yourself the next time you do your makeup. And I'll catch you here next time.